Welcome back to this channel, or welcome to this channel. My name is Jackie and I'm obsessed with planners and journals. Today I have a very brief, hopefully, video for you about my A6 Hobonichi Techo, this chunkness, realness, and I just wanted to update you if you've been following my A6 Fat Hobo journey since November last year, or even before, I'm not sure. So if you wanna see that, just keep watching. Okay, so as you can see, the chunkness is real. There is no hiding. I'm just using a Hobonichi elastic that I got back in 2018 when I was in the Hobonichi store in Tokyo. It just helps everything to stay put together, and I like the way it looks. I have it in this cat cover from 2019 and the rainy day cover on cover, and yeah, this is how it looks from the side and from the top and from the bottom. And I'm going to take it from the cover so you can see it better, because I do have like some problems with the spine, but it's still holding up pretty well. But I just want to show you in case you are considering buying like a full book, and you are considering make it as chunky as it can get. You can see how it will probably happen. Oh, so before I take it off, or while I'm taking it off, I cannot fit like both covers within the cover and the cover on cover. Oh, it's one of those videos that I'm repeating the same word over and over again. Because when I do that, I can still fit it, but it just get weird, and then it seems like it will break even harder, the spine, so I'm just leaving like the back part within the cover, and that's it. Okay, so this is how it looks without any covers, and without me like holding it together. There were no pages that came off, and these I have this filled up until the 31st, and even something at the 1st of September, so 31st of August, 1st of September, and there are no blank pages in here. There are pages where I just laid off some watercolor, but then I was like here, and then I didn't like came back to write it down something or do a collage, but there are no pages that have like anything. So the pages have at least watercolor or like a piece of paper for collage right there. Yeah, so it's been really used and loved. And yeah, so let me start showing you. So the first thing that started happening, and it was around maybe the 5th month, was that this part that keeps the book together, and there is no of this paper on the English version, just on the original book and the AVEX. So of course that started like coming out, because there was no place for this to expand. So this was the first thing. It started like coming off right here, then I glue it back together, but then it started right now, like it started coming off the back part as well, and I don't think I'm going to glue it because there is no reason to, because there's no space for it to grow. So I think it will be worse, so I will have to deal with that, and maybe this will come off by the end of the year. But as you can see, like the binding system within, it's still pretty good, like it's holding up. As I already told you, no pages like came off, everything is okay. This is how it's looking on the inside. The only thing that started bothering me, it doesn't bother me like the bulk, even like if I come here to today where I'm going to start, as you can see there's like a mountain of Tomo River paper right here, but even if I'm working on this page, for me it's okay even to write down things in here. It's difficult if I want to stamp something, so I would just try to stamp like on the outer corner and not within this part, but that really doesn't bother me. I like the feel. I like how fluffy, I like how chunky. I love like writing here, so that's not a thing that bothered me personally. The only thing that bothered me with like the chunkiness is that, I don't know if you can see, but the page started folding right here. And that's when it was both sides within the cover, and that way when I was trying to close the cover it would get caught in here. So as you can see, it kind of started doing like a square thing. I don't really know how to explain that because I have never seen that. So the only thing that was bothering me was like closing the book when I had both covers within the cover and the cover cover. But now that I'm just leaving like the back part within the cover, it's getting better. But you can see that happened also with the back cover, as you can see it better in here. But I think that's inevitable. There are a couple of pages, and let me see if I can find one where like the space between the two pages, because it's when like the binding, like pages like this where you can kind of see the binding, they started like going far apart each other, and they were not like that of course when the book was new, but they are not coming off at all. So it's not a problem per se, at least not for me, but I can see that that's like a sign of the chunkiness and how it is affecting the book. But I do have some pages like this where I just have like one piece of paper that I add across. As you can see here, this is from Courtney Diaz, Little Raven ink, and I think that helps the binding because you are kind of gluing the two parts together once in a while. So I think that's a good thing to do if you are trying to have like a chunky planner. And yeah, no problems at all. I think that's it. Those are like the only things. Those are the only things that I can talk about and update you about this book. But maybe I should end by answering the question that I know you will be asking. Do I intend to keep using just like the original book? Am I changing to an AVEC? And I'm going to do a video talking more about what I intend to use next year. But the simple answer is I'm not sure, because I really enjoy this. As I told you, the only thing that bothered me was how I was not able to close the covers because of this folding problem. And like this coming out also bothers me. So I was considering maybe if I was going to use just the one book for the full year, I was going to try the English version to see if that cover would react any differently, or maybe it will just break because you do not have like this system that is something that is on top of the binding and not just one piece of paper covering or this material that you have covering it. But I'm kind of curious, to be honest. So if I'm feeling like doing an experiment, I'm going to go with the English version the full year and see how that will react. And I think it will be a nice experiment by the end of next year to compare how both covers react to like extensive stickering and watercolor and collage throughout a full year. But I'm also really considering going with the AVEC because I really enjoy being able to start fresh in the middle of the year. And yeah, maybe I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Let me know what you think. So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.